Alright peeps, welcome back to Lemon Canyon with the Lemon Canyoneers here. We're just hanging out in the district centre for Lemon Overlook that overlooks the old lemon grove here. And how we doing with this? Please say we're getting it built somewhat. I don't really want to keep checking on this. It's a bit how you can, you know? Watching that water just pish out the map can't any good whatsoever. At least we've got some beavers popping along here, dropping off the old planks, hammering them in. And as long as they pick these up and out, we might be able to get it in like nobody's business. But while this is building, and so we don't get too sad about that whole flood and water situation, flooding out the side of the map that is, we can enjoy watching these water pumpers fresh out of the Lemon Overlook district, slurping up all that water. Look at them, all four of them just deep in there with the fresh water, slurping it up and plopping it right here for the beavers to slurp up themselves. Oh, you know what I'm seeing? A lot of injured beavers, and I know that we have got knee beds over here. Right, beavers, get those 5 beds up and running. ASAP. Now while we're early on, even though it's night time and all the beavers are kipping, thank you, Mod. Thank you very much, Lee. I am going to go around, unpause all of these little stairs down the bottom here. Tell the beavers to get those built with a quickness. And the pools look alright. They're not too contaminated. Especially this one. This one's clean as can be. But this one, I wouldn't mind being able to be a bit cleaner before sending the beaver in there. But we're just going to have to risk it, aren't we? If push comes to shove, we can always send a beaver from the ReSourceful district over here to the Lemon Overlook district, because they have nice little handy baths there to keep the beavers nice and healthy, keep them cranking out some TNT. Actually, speaking of TNT, that's something that we need over here in the ReSourceful district, but we don't have any storage for it. So I've been thinking, why don't I whip out a handy dandy small warehouse, tell it to store explosives, and the way I understand the whole district system, providing we've got a worker in there, let's make sure that's maximum priority. You say explosives here, import if needed. So I will have a demand for storage and for using it, because I do have a TNT placed over there. Hopefully I'm read about that. And what's the crack here? It's just because these were all paused. Oh, we're running out of storage for these bad lads? We're getting up there on storage, like. I think it's time we invest in a second fermenter. I definitely reckon I had different plans here. Oh, we're just going to have to plant another cassava, get this bad lad built, and get them churning out some more fermented cassavas. Well, you know what, actually? Let's do them doing soybeans, and we'll mix this up a little bit. Let's use our handy dandy mod here. Say we want to plant some soybeans. All over here. Oh, would you look at that? We've got a beaver kicking about to harvest this bit kohlrabi here. So let us watch the beaver and his fancy little hat pick up the kohlrabi, and then you'll see it gets replanted as a soybean. Look at that. Knee intervention from moi. All by itself. Oh, we got lemonade as well. I don't think we'll have anybody working here. Oh, we do. We do have someone working here. Let's reduce the priority of that a little bit. We've got some lemonade stored up. You know, we didn't need the lemon. Oh, you know, we didn't need else. All of these running. Let's give this a little bit of a pause job. Just the slot round the corner here. We'll leave these daddies running. But I want to try and get this filled up a little bit. Just a little bit, you know. Since we haven't quite recovered all that well from the previous episode when I absolutely demolished this dam and rebuilt it with some fancy sluices on the bottom, which made it all worth it. Now let me check on our floodgates down the bottom of the river here. 9.5, that's exactly where I want it. Get that high water all the way down. You know what, actually? In the last episode, I replaced these handy dandy small warehouses with platforms. But I didn't replace these bad lads here. Look, I got 3 cheaty bridges we need to sort out and get replaced. So why don't I cause havoc, strand some beavers potentially, and do them all at once. But I'm not going to replace them with platforms like I did in front of the dam. I want these beavers to get their fur wet like nobody's business. So I'm going to be plopping stairs down, even if it just gone straight up and down. And that'll help ensure all our beavers stay nice and moist. And beavers, if you wouldn't mind, real quick and casually, getting those built. Oh, did I connect this path? I did, I. What that also means is I can go in here, I can go a mangrove. Get planted there, please. Ooh, but you know what I might do? I might delete this stair here, plop it in the middle there, and have a platform there. Because that allows this tidy little underwater connection to exist once again. It's been a long time since we had that underwater connection connecting all of this together, innit? An absolute long time. Oh, you know what we can do now as well? Now that we've got the little barrier up and it stops the bad water from flying over here, we can go ahead and plant some mangroves down the bottom here. A little like that. And then old mate the forester can get to work planting those mangroves. And then old mate the berry catcher, aka gatherer flag, can pick the berries off, aka mangrove fruits. I'll get it reaped one of these days eventually. Probably. Probably not though. Knee stranded beavers. A couple of stranded farm hooses. But once these stairs are in, we'll be laughing. Look at this beaver with the dynamite on his back. Are you going up to the small gate up the top? I saw you worked at a small gate, but that small gate could be the one on the other side. But it's not, it's the one up here, which means there's going to be some TNT knocking about up in here. Which means we should get it stored. And then we should get to blowing up this TNT right here. Oh, the stairs are in. Okay, what I'm doing over here, I don't think I ever said, is I'm popping a classic double floodgate on here. Just a real casual one like that, you know. On the very end of each one of these. Now, resourceful beavers, I need you to get these built with an absolute quickness. And I'm seeing as well, still exhausted beavers over here. Constantly exhausted, even when they're kipping. But there are no contaminated beavers, which is the main thing. And these beavers will slowly but surely chip away getting these sluices in. They are getting resources in, look, we've got 1 out of 5. And that's because I do have a metal block warehouse here, you know. And would you look at this? We saved our trees. We're still 51% the way through the growth here, thanks to this lovely little triple floodgate getting popped in. Now let me configure this bad lad. Oh, I must have configured it in the last episode. Alright then, no bother. That's exactly what I want anyway. Oh, it's real, I've got no storage. I did mess around with the priorities over here, as you can see. So they're going to build the storage first, and that should give us some storage for some things. I suppose in the meantime... Oh, you literally have plank storage. No bother then. I'll just wait for that to happen. What's this? What's a crack? Oh, there's no haulers, is there? Right, haulers. We need many, many haulers, or at least 1. Well, 2. Because we want to make sure we've got some builders as well. Are we getting these things built yet? Go on, let's just get these in first, the breeding pods, because the sooner we get some more beavers up here, the better. Now today in range. Ah, fair dinkum, mate. You should probably be paused. What you could do is go work over... Oh, we've already got Chengiz working over here. Oh, peeps, I just saw something pretty darn cool. Look at this. We've got an explosives delivery. The beaver might have been a bit hungry and or thirsty, so they didn't decide to actually pop the explosives in. However, we've got a beaver popping the explosives in right here, right now. Go on, hammer that explosives in. It's in. And quickly detonate it so we can have the cool shot of the builder banging away, making it explode. I hope it looked like that anyway. That would be pretty cool if it did. But realistically, we've got a bit of double floodgate action. Let's replace that little bit of dynamite there. Thank you very much, Lee. And I'm just waiting. Ooh, there, Chengiz. Where you going next, pal? Are you going to go and chop this pine? Chop the pine. Chop the pine. Look at that pine being chopped down. And the log being collected. And what that means is I can go ahead, get the path connected. And now we can build this sluice from both sides. Even though we still only have 1 bit of metal in there. How are we doing on the old decontamination? Oh, not bad. It's a shame it's taken a full 3 days to get this decontaminated, like. Oh, and there's not much water kicking about here, is there? Oh, I'm a bit scared, like. I'm a bit scared, but I do want to keep bringing the water up. It's as simple as that. What if I just pop that at 1? So there's no water getting out. I don't think there was water getting out anyway, because I have this sluice set 0.75 to cut off. Oh, we're doing canny work building the floating platforms. Oh, I like that. Little floating platform hanging about there. But maybe this builder's going to make it not floating? Nah, there's still a handful more logs to get in there, man. How we doing over here? We got the beds in yet? Not quite yet, but we do have the breeding pod in, if not else. Yeah, I don't think, how are we doing with logs here? 26. I thought we weren't doing too well. Why don't I get a quick path down the back here and just plop a lumberjack on there, you know? Real casual like. But while we're over here at the Lemon Overlook, we do have a door that we started the episode with, and it was for a reason, that leads over to the overlook, but you didn't really get much of an overlook of the Lemons, you know? They're all kind of doing here and that, you know, you didn't really get to see. So I'm thinking we take advantage of these new overhangs, and we maybe start... Ooh, we can get all the way to 6. I was going to say we start plopping some overhangs on here, but that is 3k science though. 3k science. I did see some sciencers around here. How about we up the priority of these workplaces? Make sure we're getting some science on the gun. Maximum priority, just like these two here. And you know what? I'm thinking I might change this little area a little bit. Just a little area a little bit, you know. Well, let's say for no reason in particular, we'll whip out another handy dandy small warehouse. We start storing cogs in there. And then we come back over here and readdress the situation in about 600 science points time. For now, I'm going to unpause all the breeding pods I had paused, which I actually think was just those 2. Yep, non-pause there. And yeah, we only built these ones in the last episode. Because we are just needing more beavers, it's as simple as that. I do want to make sure we keep enough water and everything, which is, you know, a bit scary because we're really losing water pretty quickly. You know what? It's scaring me that much. Oh, I just had day 4, which means I'm going to get a warning very soon, aren't I? I was going to say it's scaring me that much that I'm tempted to release this now, even though we've still got some contamination. Because I think by the time it gets out of here, it'll dilute significantly, you know? I'm doing it. Doing it to 0. It's going to be a tainted fall. Speed it up so the tainted water can be gone and it can start looking alright and not too bad, because I don't really like releasing all this bad water into the canyon reservoir. There we are. The tinge is lessening somewhat. Let's turn the hood back on. After a quick autosave, of course. And maybe feel conflicted about this. Definitely feel conflicted. But how would our here? Will this make us feel any better? Ooh, mate. Ooh, what a bit of a beaver just quickly came out here and was like, you know what, pal? I got you. I'll come out here with my hammer and I'll bap on this bit of wood. Oh, morning beavers! Watch yourself in the big beaver rush. They're all gone left, but some of them, they will gone right. It's a good old morning stampede from the beavers. Alright, pal, you just wandering along? Oh, yeah, we are, day 5, knee warning in sight. Oh, it's glorious. Maybe this will actually have time to dilute and not be so bad and terrible. By the time it gets down to these lovely wet fur beavers doing here, look at them going down and back up again. Or if they really, really wanted to, they could follow this path all the way around. You know what I'm thinking we need out here as well? A little bit of a forester situation. So why don't we say no planty and no planty? We'll get a forester and a little gatherer flag there. Fill up the back end here, because it's always annoyed us that there's no bloody fluas back here. Ooh, I noticed as well. Bonus little soybean. Or, perhaps... Well, I did forget that the contemplation spots were folktale exclusive, but I did see a swimming pool. How big's this? And can it fit up here? Ooh, look at that. Swimming pool. Swimming pool. I think we might have to take it as a sign that this little forester here. You know what? I'm going to move this forester, but I'll use this gatherer flag. Yeah, we'll take it as a sign that the gatherer flag can only see to there, and that this forester can only plant to this side of the path here. Right, how long do we have to grow? Oh, that's not happening. That's growing fairly soon. So let's just say not there, and don't replant here. I am a tad concerned that all of these cassavas are just not being picked up, like. Are we full on storage now? We're not full on storage. That's right, I made this a soybean thing, not a cassava thing. Alright, fermented cassavas real quick, just so we can get the old number doing and hopefully get these picked up. I mean, while we're over here, reclaiming this spot of land, why don't we have a little back scratcher on there, where the path used to be. Oh, you know what else we can do that? We've actually got dynamite. I can dynamite this little laddie, get another mangrove planted / save up a bit more water. Now, can I demolish this from here? No. I thought not. Not a problem. That's the ceremonial cassava there. Shall forever remain until I start demolishing things and redoing over here. If I do that. Oh, this is some tainted water. Oh, and the tainted water's coming through. I didn't think of that, actually. Maybe I just have it on closed for now. Stop the tainted water, since, you know, as I was just talking, I want to put a swimming pool in here. And we'll just let it dilute a little bit. Let it pile up, let it dilute. Ah, that sounds like a good idea. I'll also switch this deep water pump on. Get slurping all of water we can up here. I want to see all of these full at a minimum. Oh, you know how we're doing over here? Ah, not too bad. We haven't really done anything. I might up the priority of these builds here. Get them on maximum. Because we are still pishing some water out the side there, which isn't ideal. It is less than ideal. But we do have a floodgate in. Let's get this all the way up to 9.5. When a drought starts too, drought ends. 9.5. Bad tide starts 0, bad tide ends. 9.5. And we'll do that with all 3 of these bad lads. Now I actually decided to keep the bad tide ends down at 0, so the bad water can, you know, flush out. There we have it. And do we have dynamite? Nah, it was a bit too much to ask. That's fair enough, that's fair enough. I don't mind that. And look at this, we still didn't have this extra little bit of hammer. It only needs 1 hammer and it's done. But I can see beavers over this side from the pit, crossing the big old bridge. I tell you what, I love this big old bridge that keeps the pit connected over here. And then you get the big lemon overlook over this side if you want to do the Yui gan through and that. I love it. I love it so much. But aye, these grafters here, oh, they've made 2 floating platforms, not floating. Floating! But we do have 1 floating platform here, you know? Go on, beavers. One of you's not too busy to hungry and hammer that. Floating beaver! Did you see the floating beaver? Where did he put that? Are you going to get it in? Oh, no save. Now we could actually save some jobs. Pausing E. Pausing E. Now you only got 5 jobs ready. Whoa, because we've got a lot of beavers. Like, see around the Lemon Overlook here that we desperately need jobs, you know. Let's go into the pit. We're going to send 10 adults straight over to Lemon Overlook. Get this populated. Oh, thankfully. I wasn't sure if that was actually going to populate there or not. Oh, look at this. We can expand our greenery farm. Let's have a look at this. So I would like to see about getting this a bit higher. Let's do 8.5. We'll see if that starts flooding or anything. And I just want to see how far this contamination spreads on the ground. And do a little path going across like that. You know, plant some cassavas or something doing there. Oh, hang on, we're doing soybeans. Are you doing anything? You're not even switched on. Get switched on, pal. You need to be making food for the colony. I completely ripped up all the kohlrabies. We've got cassavas and we've got a random cassava in with the soybeans. You know what? You can stay there, mate. You managed to slip in among the soybeans. You can stay there. We've got a drought approaching. I was just finagling this path here so I could get a, what do you call it in? Another little handy dandy fermenter here. Get them making some soybean action. And who doesn't love a good path around the side, you know? Look at these beavers banging away here. They're not afraid of no heights. Oh, yes. Won't stop banging until the job's done. You gotta love the old iron teeth, like. They didn't mess around. How is our water level here? Because I left the slurpers on. Not too bad, just got a solid half a river there. And if we're getting a drought, I think we can go ahead, pause all of these bad lads, detonate this explosive here, pause the last water pump, and maybe pop a pool. Why aye? Well worth the 250 skides points. I love that we can get a pool in here, like. That is mint. You know what I just thought? Even better. Even better pool idea. But how do I pull this off? I have an idea how I can pull this off. Bear with, bear with. Look at me swimming pool idea now. It is a beaut, isn't it? What's this farmer gonna do? Oh, he's gone down the stairs! And then he's chucking a left, aka a right. I don't know where the left came from, like. Well, I did, it's because I was flipped, that's why. But check out this scene here. We've got a Bobby scratching his back. We've got the misplaced farmer delivery man here. Going up the new route. We've got the actual farmer picking the cassava. It's a wonderful place. And another farmer come back out to plant the cassava that he picked up. But I love this little pool set up here. And it keeps all of the green ground for our beavers as well. For planting and all. Now, yes, I figured I needed to put a little path on there to connect it. But it means the beavers are still going down to get their fur wet. And they have to come back up to go into the swim. So I've got a row of platforms underneath the front here. And then a little ladder here. Means I didn't have to delete the stairs, but hey, it is what it is, eh? But it means the beavers still get their fur wet before going to the pool to get their fur wet, you know? Before I forget, your kohlrabies and your cassavas. Oh, look at that, just in time for the drought. We've got this double floodgate in. It'll be keeping this water level, well, in, which will be the big thing we need to be doing. Oh, and because it's a drought as well, these beavers, they'll be able to slurp up water all the way down there, and they'll continue to grow all of this stuff. You know, I picked soybeans to grow up here, which, you know, it's what we're doing. It's what we're doing. But I didn't think I need a fermenter, didn't I? But thankfully I already have one built here. Does mean I need to unpause the construction of this big engine here. Try and get that built. Do I see a beaver one out of D? Is that our here? It is, look at that. Well then, my great population. I was just noting that the resourceful settlement could do with, we'll say 11 beavers. So we'll put 20 back. So new in the resourceful settlement, we've only got 6 jobs needing to be done. Which should mean loads of haulers. Aye, loads of haulers. And that's what I'm talking about. Because this one little beaver here needs all the help they can get getting all of this stuff in. Let's follow Jolly here while they go ahead and join the resourceful settlement as a hauler. Look, then they've already got something on their backs. Absolute leg end they are. Going to pass out with the rest of the beavers. And a little pass out corner here. I must still have these on, rip up all of the stuff but don't replant it, which we need to sort out. So we've got 2 days until the drought. The water level is, ooh, scary because it's not really getting anywhere. Oh, we are. We're just about flooding this bad lad, which will make us feel better, because it means the water level's rising and doing something in this Bit Canyon reservoir here. Now to be in range. Not a problem, peeps. Get yourself paused. I would love to see some metal blocks in there, like, not gonna lie. But the metal blocks now have to go through multiple places. Well, you know what? I'm wondering if it's worth replacing this explosives factory here with a smelter. Takes a little bit more horsepower, but I think we can get this up and running, particularly with our handy dandy gear storage here. Start producing our own bloody metal blocks, you know? Not be relying on Lemon Overlook over here, which means it has to pass through the pit. And they'll take the metal blocks before they pass it on to the bloody resourceful settlement here. Even though the resourceful settlement's doing everything they can to make sure the water flows and keeps everyone else happy and healthy. Now what, can we real casually just get this built? I've just noticed that the water level, it's getting close to that little overflow we have. A little bit close for my liking. And I want to get that up and running. You know, quite happy with 0.85. So let's test the waters at 0.90. Look at these grafters sitting around day and night. Oh, you need canola oil. Nobody told me that. Okay, you can be fermented cassava guy. And let's delete this explosive storage. Let's unlock an oil press. And then why don't we plant some canola over here? I'm also tempted to use the mod. Turn this into a canola plantation. Alright, beaver farmers, get yourself out on the farm and get yourself planting those canolas. Are you actually going all the way around, Mr. Farmer? Why didn't you just cut across the back? You're specially like. Why didn't you just cut across the back, mate? Well, we're getting the canola in, that's the main thing. That'll start growing. We can squish it down into some oil, and then once it's all oiled up, we can switch old mate back to fermented soybeans. Oh, we've only got a day left until the drought hits. We've still got half a river here. I mean, I did pause these water pumpers for the most part, so makes sense. We seem to be making a bit of progress over here. You can see we've got that last levee in, the last hammer, and we've even making a bit of progress on the sluice down the bottom. 1 out of 5. Oh, now 0.90 is as high as I want to go with this bad water pool here. It'll be scary otherwise. But when this drought hits, it will go up to 1, and we'll keep all this pool here. You know what I just realised I should be doing? I should be unpausing this farmhouse and telling it to grow something useful, like, oh no, these are all soybeans, aren't they? Tell it to grow something useful, like canola. Let's rejig this. Negia workshop, delete the smelter. Pop the smelter there, double platform, oil press, and also pick up all of these resources, please, beavers. TNT! TNT! Alright, now with a bit of F to flip action, we can get our water pumper up there. Keep that happening. Oh no! We're pishing water out the side! I mean, I've just called it like, it's not even actually pishing out yet. I'm not overly concerned because, let me tell you why, it's just cleaning out this little bit of bad water here, you know. Now crazy, and it'll stop as soon as the drought kicks off anyway, so yeah, now crazy. I think I did see though, oh I didn't, I saw this going out the side, and I thought it was this bit, and I was like, no, it can't be pishing out this side. But no, the water that's pishing out this side is just from the tippity top here, which we haven't even looked at since the first episode, eh? There's a water source up here, floods this little pool, and then, well, pitches out the side of the map for now. For now. You know what? This bad lad's flooded. I think it's finally time we demolish it. Get rid of all of these dodgy little warehouses here. And say, beavers, pick that up with a quickness, please. I'm thinking I might pop a stair there. For no particular reason, you know. We'll just put a stair there. Why not? Why not? Oh, but look here. Just before the drought hits, we've got a waterfall over our 0.5 gap falls at the top. And that will be keeping this Lemon Canyon nice and moist. Hopefully, anyway. This is at 0.5. I never changed this. That's why. I was like, you should be at 0.95. Why are you so low? Get yourself up to probably 0.95 there. Ooh, the drought here. It's a 14 dear. Which isn't too bad, to be honest. Like, I'm not even concerned about that. We've got 5 and a bit K water. 11K food. I think the big thing we're going to be doing this drought is cliffhanger into the next episode. I'm a reed prick, and I am. And Doodles.